Morning, my boys. The time is 5:38. Day is February 18th. Yeah, okay. Gonna play this for you.
At Western Dental, we are here for our communities. We are here to provide affordable, high-quality care for every member of the family. We take pride in the work we do to be sure that people...
Your school district and several others in Orange County, California, created policies requiring non-English...
I'm also listening to, I'm doing multi...
raising their kid, right? Or having an institution to raise their kids higher learning faculties, right? On top of it being a little bit of a daycare situation, because at the very least, Dad's at work and Mom's trying to
deconstruction,
get some stuff done or something.
deconstruction, and decommission. And then he started talking about the school system. So I'm going to educate people on the school system because the school system was rigged. Before I was born.
At the top,
it was pretty much rigged since like day one of school. Now that I think about it, I love Little House on the Prairie. Little House on the Prairie was like seeing a different point of view.
Right? And
kids were forced to go to school. Native Americans, they didn't talk about Native Americans.
People are getting this freedom because other people fought for it.
These teachers cannot, if we have a hard time handling 3 kids and they expect us to handle, like, I'm just saying, they can expect us to handle kids, but yet these teachers are saying that they can handle 32 kids in a class. Fucking lies. Teachers are gaslighting. Teachers are lying. School is a setup for failure. School is designed for prison. These parents are okay with it because these parents are too traumatized. I didn't get the child life. I didn't get the dream that I wanted, so I'm going to create my dream. I'm going to live through my kids, or I'm going to abandon my kids and work myself. Like my mom. My mom does not care about her grandkids at all.
In different kinds of ways. Right?
I'm not going to have them think that she cares. She don't care. I also have an uncle that's a pedophile. My family knew this. My family knew this and don't want me to say anything. They want me to shut up about it. It's like it's going to go away. What about these victims?
It's in the teens.
Now I know.
And
therefore I cannot go back and shut up. I gotta say something.
Thinking about it.
In the racial segregation case,
but I'm assuming you can hear me all right.
The Supreme Court
they go to school. They go to school. Pedophiles have a secret society.
Next time, don't ask me, is my window down?
May not have been entirely original.
Just be like, broski, there's this noise.
District Court in California made a very similar declaration regarding school segregation based on ancestry. That was the often forgotten case of Mendez versus Westminster School District of Orange County. Westminster School District and several others in Orange County, California, created policies requiring non-English speaking elementary students to attend separate schools until they became proficient in English. Nearly all
when I was little, we had Mexican kids. Ever since when I was little, we had Mexican kids, my offspring, that when they spoke Spanish, they would get in trouble. They would get just not really suspended, but they would get time out, or misplayed time, or extra work. But they would get in trouble. They would get mostly timeout or written up.
If you normalize this,
Shamed.
I'm setting my
They get
fucking
shamed
self
for
up
it.
to not be a goddamn fucking target of your ostracization.
That's what they would
The
do.
non-English speakers were of Mexican ancestry. Their assigned separate schools had facilities,
Now, when I came
teachers,
here to the
materials,
Vietnamese
and
area
curriculum that
in
were equal
Garden
to those in
Grove,
the district's other schools.
these
In
kids
implementing
barely,
these policies,
like,
school officials often assign
no
students of
punishment
Mexican
for them.
ancestry to segregated schools based on hastily
Like,
administered,
English is a
superficial,
difficult
and
language.
unreliable language
It's
proficiency
hard
tests.
for
And in some
them to
cases,
understand. I'm looking
students were
Mexican,
assigned
what
to
the hell?
segregated schools based on their Mexican
Favoritism
names.
there.
Because of these practices, almost
I
all
did not
students of
see
Mexican
the
ancestry
same
were
treatment
assigned to
that
the
I
segregated
did.
schools
It was
until they
different
reached
treatment.
7th grade. Eventually, several of these students' parents,
Because I barely
including
saw,
Gonzalo
if
Mendez,
anything,
sued
I
the
didn't
school
see any
districts and asked for
Vietnamese kids
declaratory
getting
and
in
injunctive
trouble
relief.
or getting
The parents
shamed
alleged
or
that the
getting
language-based segregation
written up.
policies were just a pretext for discriminating against students of Mexican ancestry. Following a 2-week trial, the United States District Court for the Southern District of California
Mexican or
considered
Native
the merits of
American
the case.
ancestry.
Realize Hollywood just decided to fucking suck. It took them a hot minute to realize that the Department of Education decided to suck, and it's taken us a long time to realize that none of these things have ever fucking served us in any of the duties.
Now, at Verizon Business, every business gets the new Samsung Galaxy S25 Plus. New customer, loyal customer, every customer. Get the new Samsung Galaxy S25 Plus on us. Powered by
I'm
Verizon
forced to
Business.
listen to this.
Before the landmark Brown versus Board of Education Supreme Court case ruling that racial segregation in public schools was unconstitutional, there was Mendez versus Westminster. 75 years ago, a local couple went to court after being turned away when trying to enroll their children in a school for white children. Today, that couple is finally being honored with a park. And Eyewitness News reporter Jessica Denova has the story.
There is, it's sad. It's really sad. There is an old man that had that land that he was trying to. There was a big argument with that land, that plot right there, and it's really sad. It's really sad. And it's next to a dealership, but the dealership is like so like. I remember we were trying to find a car, and your dad went to test drive the car, and the car started smoking. He's like, "You wouldn't believe what happened." I'm like, no way. We were just trying to find a car, like, real quick, you know. And, oh my god. Oh, anyways, that was funny. That's what came out of that. Anyways, they're doing something with the money.
Desegregation of schools in the U.S., the family behind the legal battle is getting recognition.
I thank you all for today for being here today.
At the center of it all, Silvia Mendez, then only 10 years old, remembers her family's sacrifice, her father never even hearing a thank you.
Y nadie ni siquiera le dijo gracias, Gonzalo. Thank you for what you've done. And I think this is it.
This is the Mendez Tribute Monument Park. Through photos, statues, and augmented reality accessible with a smartphone, visitors can learn before Brown v. Board of Education came Mendez v. Westminster. The case dates back to
Whoever designed that
in the
park,
Orange County city, when Silvia's parents tried to
they
enroll
just
their
stole
daughter and sons
money.
in a school for white children, but were told they had to attend the school with less resources, Hoover Elementary, known as the Mexican School. The Mendez parents pushed back, teaming up with 4 other families, and won.
It's monumental. It's a long time coming. We need this. Students need to learn about the Mendez versus Westminster case because it is what set the foundation for
They didn't
Brown
win.
versus Board of Education.
Through his art, the sculptor sought to show Silvia's
Money.
parents,
It
Gonzalo
was about
and
money. It was
Felicitas,
about
were
sacrificing
larger than
children.
life.
They're monumental in the history of America, the United States, of what they accomplished.
Filled with pride in front of future generations, Silvia and her family celebrated history and the work yet to be done.
They just sold out.
Mendez placed in the standards in the classrooms where they have to say at least
right?
At least little
So we
sentence.
have to rethink
Before
how
Brown,
we
there was
put
Mendez.
slave
Next year, not far from here, the city breaks ground on another project to honor the Mendez family, the Mendez Freedom Trail.
Hello, I'm Mark Brown. Get more great ABC7 content by clicking the
Freedom Trail, that's funny. My freedom trail for my offsprings, my children, my grandchildren, I do not want them in school. I want them to learn about their roots, their ancestors. I want them to learn about the moon, the stars, the universe, space.
Leaders, free men, independence.
Take care of where you stand.
Carls, and thralls. It's just happening on a much bigger
People
scale.
run.
All right, I'll catch you later.
Yeah, same here. Anyways, we need people talking about the children now, because this is my time is up. My time. This is it. But for the children, for the next generation, it's just being more sacrificed. More kids are like, there's this whole spiritual war going on in the afterlife when people would die. Like my dad is stuck. He can't go certain realms because of what he did. He has to help me so he can go. As more as he helping me, he can go to other things. Like animals and stuff like that, and being nosy, being great. Whatever it is he's doing, he's being great. Like, keep doing great things. Because if you're not helping the way you're supposed to help, you're blocked. Witchcraft is involved. Mafia, cartel. KKK is right up there with that stick. Synchronicities. I have a cousin named Lauren, and then I have a husband named Lauren. My birthday's on the 2nd, his birthday's on the 4th of December. We're both born 85. I did not want to be with anybody older than me, or younger than me, because of my parents. 13 years apart issue was affecting me, and I felt that, and I knew it, and I saw it, and I'm like, I don't want that relationship, because there's nothing there. You cannot have a relationship with when there's 13 years apart. You just can't. I'm sorry, this just can't. But my mom had issues and my dad had issues, and my mom ended up using my dad for money, and I see it. And my dad didn't want to be alone. He had kids, and he digged himself in a deep hole. But he did want a family. He ended up doing the best he could with what he got. And I'm here to be like Athena in a way. And I'm like, that's so cool. So, I do have PTSD. I am forgetting, and my ancestors are telling me when people lie a lot, like trauma also, they will say they have Alzheimer's and dementia and whatnot, and then they'll play into their reality. So they believe their own lies. Something tells me Trump is going to end up finding this the hard way. He gotta fix this before he can go and pass over to where he's supposed to be. There's healing that needs to happen, and I don't know. I do believe everything can be healed. I do believe that. There's things to be healed. There's place and things for everything, everywhere. Like, put it back where it belongs. And see what happens next. See if it'll grow. It takes time. What else? Be patient. Colin, I love the fact that you wanted to ride your bike like Anthony. You wanted to ride your bike. We got training wheels on you. We put training wheels. But you were so impatient. You went and took off the training wheels by yourself. You got the tools and you just took them apart. And you're like, look what I did. And we're like, what? You can't even ride it. And you wanted to ride it. You were embarrassed. You wanted to be a big boy. And you knew you could do it. And you couldn't ride it. You're like, I don't need them. I don't need them. And you didn't want them, and you wanted to do it without it. So we had to compromise a little bit. And you couldn't put it back. You were so frustrated you couldn't even put it back. The training wheels back on the bike. But I was so proud of you that you took them off. Like, holy crap, you took them off. And you were so mad and you were so frustrated. How come you couldn't ride the bike just like that? Like, in your head, you just couldn't ride it. In time, you practiced. So we compromised, and we told you, like with Anthony, we bent it. We can bend it more so you'll just forget about the training wheels. And eventually you did. You picked up fast, but you just had to do it. But you just, once you did it, you kind of didn't have the momentum anymore. And that's where, as parents, we had to push you. I had to keep pushing you. And I failed at that part because I was so busy with other things with your two brothers and school and this, like doing the volunteering thing. And me volunteering at the school was helping me because I did want to go on council. I did want to. But there was so much corruption. I'm like, it's just a failure. It's just a setup for me to fail. Like, in high school, it felt like high school. Feels like that all over again. When I go working, when I went to work at Walmart, it felt like high school setting all over again. I'm like, this is fucking bullshit. And then I got some actor guy. I'm just pressing buttons. Don't message me. Thinking I am, I don't know why. Trolling me for what? I don't like technology. I hate technology. But since I'm doing the shaman work and the witchcraft stuff, there's another realm. So I have to work with technology because when you're dead, you are energy. It's energy. So this is where Elon Musk comes in because he has to fucking know. I mean, we as humans, we're already fat and lazy. With actually no jobs, what are we going to do with our lives? We have to find out what we're going to do with our lives. And people don't know what the fuck to do because look at the homeless. They don't know. They don't know how to clean up after themselves. They don't know where to go to heal. Where is there to heal? Because I don't know where there's a place to heal. There's no places for children. There's no Speedway. There's no art stuff, and everything costs money. How come art museums are not free to go? How come school you have to pay? And with our schools, when I went to school, horrible lunches. Horrible. You had to pay for lunch. Parents are sacrificing a lot. School is a business. Family court is a business. Oh, and I just got a letter. Let me open it right now. I just got a letter. Child services. Department of Child Services Support County, Tina Lynn Tapia. Dear Tina Lynn Tapia, enclosed you will find a copy of your court order. Forward. Karen Paul. That would have been funny if it said 808 instead of 809. I don't understand this stuff. You have to pay like $400. Pay $25 a month for right now. Boys, your names are meaningful. Your names, boys, are I named you for a reason, on purpose, for the ancestors. So you will get slapped by the ancestors. Colin, I was like, what I wanted one white name, I wanted a white name and a Mexican name. So that's what I did. So Anthony and Lauren, Colin, Joaquin, and then Desi Felix. So with Colin, I did have Hollywood help you a little bit with the naming of you. With River, Phoenix is a big part of your name, Colin. And I got a lot of Hollywood for Desi. So Desi was named after Desi Arnaz. And when I was little, when I was growing up, I loved I Love Lucy. I loved the fact that it was a mixed race, and I felt like that was like, I wanted to see more. Like, I don't know. And then it was black and white, so it was different. It was new. For me, it was something different. It was old, and I liked the black and white. I just thought that was so interesting how what wasn't anymore. When you get older, you realize Lucy Ball, that's funny, Lucy Liu came up before. Okay, anyways, the Kill Bill thingy. Okay. Jeez. So Lucy Ball is also connected to Star Trek. So Hollywood knew that this was all gonna come, but they didn't know how and where and what it's gonna do. So I'm just playing the part of a ghost, of like sneak attack and like boo, and like we're here. Futurama makes fun of it too. So I am also talking for child support and whatever this. There is some dads that committed suicide. There's a few moms as well, but mostly dads that have committed suicide. And dads have murdered their spouse, and they claimed it's not, but it's murder. So that's what I'm dealing with right now for the people. So the dads that have committed suicide, they were also murdered, and it was from the parent, that it's from the mother doing it. So it's like, we'll work both ways here. Like, talk it out. What went wrong? It's usually jealousy, and the lack of control. They lost control, and they don't know where to go, and they don't want to share. That comes all down with the parenting and stuff. With Lauren's mom, it was like it was like no one can be good enough for her son. Only she can be good enough. It was like she was married to her son, and it was like something that was not normal, and that your dad just ended up accepting and didn't want, like, it was no. I had to raise a husband, and he was an alcoholic. It was difficult. It was very difficult. But I just was so happy that I had you boys. And Anthony and Desi is a rainbow baby. And the Tapia family really, really used and abused me, and they know it. They know it. They're running. They don't want to get deported, but little do they know this is Mexico. Stupid motherfuckers. You fucked over. Like, I'm not a shaman yet, but once you fucked over a shaman, yeah, like what Desi said, my revenge. My boys, my offspring will be my revenge. Because I don't want my grandkids to be in school. I want them to learn, but I don't want them to go to school. Because the universe is their playground. And I hope that my kids will show others and teach others, because I did a lot for these kids. I did in Anderson Elementary School, and these teachers, no way. That's child abuse. Every one of those teachers. I would not trust them. Nope. I saw too much. I hope these kids come forward. Please speak truthfully. And I know these teachers, they lie, they gaslight, and they were sabotaging these kids. They were using these kids for money. And these Vietnamese family don't know that. These Vietnamese kids, they're like getting choked, drowning in a U.S. education system that's never there for them. That doesn't do anything for their soul. They need to learn about their ancestors. That's for damn sure. Because they didn't have a Jesus. So this message is also for David Johnson and Amy West. I'm going after those two fucktards and the whole police department. Like the whole thing, but those two fucktards in general. David Johnson for lying in court. And the principal. Wow, that's sad. Trump is going to find out where the money is going. Todd Spitzer knows. I can fix stupid real fast. It's just who's the right person to like actually. A lot of people are losing their job. A lot of people are going to lose their job because they should have never been working there in the first place. These nurses, the nurses who are lying, that are fucking me over in the family, they're not really truly nurses, are they now? If they're fucking me over, I'm the one with the true medicine. They're the ones with the fucked up education, with the fucked up, gonna shove pills down your throat. Oh, with the COVID, what happened to all those yeah, let's experiment on people. Ventilators. Like the fool me once, shame on, if fool me twice, shame on me kind of type thing. Like, no. All the presidents were actors. Every single goddamn one of them. They fucking knew. Washington knew these Indians were gonna come again, rise again. Okay. I love you, boys, and I wish and hope to see you soon. Every day. And when that doesn't happen, it's either that or death. I'm ready for either one. Love you, boys. See you in a bit.